Hello everyone, my name is Ashish Kumar Srivastav. I'm a second year journalism student of OP Jindal Global University. Today, I'm here to present my research to all of you. Without further ado, let's start with it. So, my research is on the topic mapping the change in social media marketing trends of food delivery brands during COVID 19. In all the food delivery brands, I'll be focusing on Swiggy and Zomato only. We all know how the year 2020 was for us. Some might call it a dark year, some might call it the best, all for our own respective reasons. The same case was with Swiggy and Zomato. It was dark times for them as lockdown began. However, the situation only improved with time, and by the end of the year, business was booming. All of us have to eat to survive, right? But what if we are stuck in our home due to the lockdown imposed? And even if we dare to go outside to purchase something, then all the nearby shops are shut. Surely the government won't let 1.3 billion people die out of hunger, right? So, delivering food and food items was categorized as an essential service. Therefore, both Swiggy and Zomato got the green signal from the Government of India to continue their operations while following the necessary safety measures. Before the lockdown began, both the brands were focused on delivering ready to eat food only. But, as John Adams said, every problem is an opportunity in disguise, and both Swiggy and Zomato were able to identify the opportunity in this crisis named lockdown. They started delivering groceries along with ready to eat food. And not just groceries, they were also delivering medicines, vegetables, etc. Now, let's talk about the initiatives taken by both the brands during lockdown to tackle people's fear of getting infected. The first initiative that both the brands took was contactless delivery. According to the World Health Organization, COVID 19 needed a live organism to survive. It couldn't survive on a non living thing for long. So, both the brands introduced this service where the delivery personnel will keep the food at a place that will be mutually decided by the delivery personnel as well as the customer. This avoided direct contact. So now the customer could take the food as per his or her comfort, and it avoided the spread of COVID 19. The second feature was Genie. This was exclusively for Swiggy users, as only Swiggy launched this feature. Genie was a service through which you could get something picked up and dropped from one place to another, obviously within the city. And it need just be food or medicines. You could even get say, a document or office file transported from one place to another. The third feature is mentioning temperature of everyone involved with the food preparation. We wouldn't have expected this from any brand. At max, what we would have expected even in this pandemic, that they would just mention the temperature of the head chef or the delivery personnel. But Swiggy actually put a list of all the people who were involved with the preparations of the food that we ordered that mentioned their name as well as their body temperature. Zomato failed to do this, so Swiggy ruled this initiative and people applauded it. The fourth is safety standards. Both the brands let the users know beforehand that which restaurants are getting sanitized after every 4 hours, or which restaurants were checking the temperature of their employees on a daily basis, or which restaurant were following the safe packaging. The fifth is discontinuing cash on delivery. There were mixed reactions to this. Some understood that they might get infected if they, uh, let's say, take change or give note to someone, because even for a short time period, the virus could stay on the note, and due to the direct contact, someone else could get infected. So, both the brands discontinued cash on delivery for some time. Now, few people liked it, few didn't, because Not everyone was comfortable with paying before getting the food. But nonetheless, both the brands did this temporarily. So these were some initiatives taken by the brands. Overall, it was successful. People applauded and loved these initiatives as it showed that the brands were actually concerned about their customers and were not just focused on making profits. But these were just initiatives. Without informing the users about it through social media platforms, it won't have been of much use. So, both brands created content to let the users know about it. This obviously could be termed as a marketing move, as the motive behind informing the users was for them to feel safe while ordering. So they ordered more and more. It could be said that Swiggy came out as the top dog in this because they took more initiatives and they were more active in creating content to inform the users about this than Zomato. Now let's see what those social media strategies were. The first one was using memes. Memes is something that a large part of the youth loves and connects to. Since youth is the target audience of these brands, then using memes is a sensible move. We'll decode how youth is the target audience in a few minutes. Internet penetration rate in India at the beginning of 2020 was 50%, and a significant part of this 50% is the youth. So, using meme meant more engagement and more connection with them. I'll go briefly over the three top meme trends that were used in 2020 by both the brands. The first one was Rasode mein kaun tha, which is roughly translated to who was in the kitchen. This meme was created by Yashraj Mukate. They started to get spread like a wildfire. Both Swiggy and Zomato used this meme and turned it into their own in a good way. They achieved some prominent engagement with the users because of how famous this meme was. The second is work from home. Both the brands displayed their creativity by making several memes on this, one of which is on your screen right now. The third one is using Bollywood references and memes. Both the brands went head to head in this, but Zomato was ahead of Swiggy. Where Swiggy went with a classic example of Bollywood reference with the 90s songs. Zomato, on the other hand, used Lucky Ali's song named O Sanam. But why did Zomato choose a song that many don't even remember now? That's because in December 2020, Lucky Ali sang this song in an impromptu concert in Goa. After this, people started listening to it and sharing it again. This refreshed their memories and people just fell in love with the song again. After seeing this, Zomato identified how useful it could be. So, they used this song in a meme to increase the engagement with the users. The second strategy was putting others first. This was a brilliant strategy that both the brands used. However, Swiggy was ahead of Zomato in this. You know that the marketing team is really working hard when they try to indirectly blackmail you emotionally. Swiggy tweets that whatever profit they make on a particular day will be donated to the delivery personals. People obviously love this initiative, and in return, they tweeted screenshots of their order showing that they were ordering. So, this meant that Swiggy's business was increasing due to this initiative. Now, we don't know whether they actually donated or not because the reality might be different, which will be seen towards end of this presentation. Similarly, when people ordered food and tweeted about it, then Swiggy thanked them for supporting that particular restaurant. Marketing strategy depends on consumer psychology and behavior. Words like support have a huge impact on the users as it's targeting their emotional and humane side. These words make the user feel like their one order could help a whole family, so they usually order out of compassion. By doing this, brands very cleverly implied that they were not just focused on making profits, instead, they actually cared for the employees. The third one was showing how food's being prepared. Now Swiggy again was ahead of Zomato in this because Zomato failed to do any such thing. Under the scheme Hope Not Hunger, which was launched by Swiggy, they tweeted a few videos that showed how food was being prepared inside the kitchen while following all the necessary safety measures. Now, people interpreted this as even the food that they order is getting prepared like this while following all the safety measures. So they were happy about it. And last but not the least was making interactive posts to increase engagement. Both the brands started to post as interactive posts as possible, and they were getting a good number of responses too, which we can see right now on the screen. They tried to connect with the users by asking questions or asking them to share their own experiences with cooking, and users did. After analyzing the social media platforms and talking to people, it was clear that in the beginning, meaning when the lockdown began, then a lot of people didn't trust either of these brands due to safety and health related concerns. In the beginning, the only people who were usually ordering were the ones who were stuck in their home and who were running out of food items because of the nearby shops being shut. But after seeing how dedicated both the brands were for their customers, people started trusting it more and more. It was because of their social media strategies that people were able to trust the brands. Drastic changes were made in the strategies, and due to that, they even had to face some repercussions. So, let's move on to the next subtopic, which is mistakes were made and the price was paid. If you have been up to date with the news for the past 1 or 2 years, then you would be aware of the patience level of our fellow Indians and their urge to boycott something out of patriotism. Both Swiggy and Zomato had to face people's wrath and had to deal with a boycott because of the so called mistake. All of you are seeing the tweets and the replies that the brands gave to the respective tweets. The first tweet is of Zomato. It's very clear that the reply that Zomato gave was diplomatic. Looking into it doesn't mean that the result will obviously be against the Republic, but it seems that the definition of looking into it might be different for a certain group of Indian population. People started abusing, threatening, and boycotting Zomato. They were uninstalling the app and giving it 1-star review on Google Play Store. It was a clear case of people misinterpreting and overinterpreting the tweet. The second tweet, that is of Swiggy on the other hand, is a bit different. Swiggy's response was a direct hit on a certain section of the society. And to put it nicely, that certain section was, let's say, hurt and offended with the response. History was repeated again, but this time Swiggy was on the receiving end. Swiggy apps was getting uninstalled and they were getting 1-star review on Google Play Store. Now, you could see a few of the responses that Swiggy and Zomato got. If the language looks offensive, then let me tell you that these are few of the decent responses that they got. I would like to quote Mr. Rahul Roshan's tweet, which is not currently visible on your screen. And Mr. Roshan is the CEO of Oak India, which is infamously known for spreading fake news. He tweeted that go woke, go broke in response to Swiggy's move. It would be safe to assume that both the boycotts were very short lived, not more than 1.5 months to be precise, as Zomato recorded 4,254 orders per minute and Swiggy crossed 5,500 orders per minute on the New Year's Eve. The year ended for both the brands with a bang, as it was the best day till now for both the brands. because the numbers that they recorded were higher than ever for a single day's business. Now, the beginning of lockdown was obviously tough for both the brands as they were struggling to survive. Both brands laid their employees off temporarily to survive. However, business was booming by the end of the year. Initiatives were taken, features were introduced, and then shackles were broken. Bou- Boundaries were pushed when it came to social media marketing strategies. Prior to 2018, when the marketing strategies were professional and formal, Swiggy was getting 92 orders per minute, according to its own official blog, and after switching to more informal side, they got 5,500 orders per minute on New Year's Eve. Zomato, on the other hand, made 36.5 crore rupees in the year 2016 to 17, and on 31st December alone, they did a business of 75 crore rupees. It's all mainly because of the changes made in the social media marketing strategies. As said, there were drastic changes made in the strategies, and it actually worked for them. Thank you for listening to me so patiently. That's all from my side for now.